And as you rest here, I want you to start to breathe into that space between the shoulders. Just feel this space opening and expanding. As you inhale and exhale, start to send the breath into the lower spine, around the sacral joint. Visualize the spine just moving further towards the heels and grounding down to the earth beneath you. As you inhale and exhale, just let the breath travel the whole length of the spine, connecting with the spine's energy, that sense of balance, and also that sense of strength. It's our spine that keeps us upright. It's our spine that connects us. And lastly, come to that point of your block and your forehead, and particularly around the third eye, and this point of inner knowledge, inner intuition. And as we rest here, knowing that we always know the answers within. Sometimes we can be untrusting of ourselves, wanting others to maybe make decisions, asking others' opinions. The answers are always within. Just trust your own inner knowledge. As you roll away now from your block, I'm going to get you to bring your right arm up and stretch it back towards the ground. Plant your hand down and then push into the heels and stretch your left arm back. As you roll back down, both hands come back towards the knees, and we're going to do the same with that left arm. So roll it up. Stretch it back, plant it down, and then push into the hips, right arm long. Coming back down to your mat. Send the hands behind you and link your fingers together. Pull your shoulders back. Move your hands away from your shoulders. Come up onto the knees and maybe just drop the crown of your head down to your block as you pull away those arms, delving down to the ground. Rolling back up. Shift your block away. Bring your hands onto your mat, knees under the hips, into your table. And just push your right hip over towards the right and turn your gaze towards your right hip. So you're creating that C shape with your spine. Come back to neutral. And then shift your hip over to the left, turning your gaze towards your left hip. Coming back to central. Shift your hands slightly further forward on your mat, and let's just start to roll around whatever way feels good. Whether it's a small roll this morning, a big roll, just really move the spine whatever way feels right. slow, slow wake up. If it feels good to pause anywhere, then take that pause. Remember, you're listening to your body. I'm just here as a guide, and you know best, always. No matter what you're doing, where you are. Reverse your circle if you haven't already. Check that that breath is long. And then come back to your table. Let's start to tuck our toes. We're going to sit back towards our heels, so you stretch your arms long, really ground the palms down. Start to straighten the legs, maybe bringing the heels towards your mat. And then take that pedal each side. Pushing back towards the heels, and in the head just feel heavy. Take a walk towards your feet. Letting the upper body just hang, hold on to your elbows. Maybe take that sway side to side, like a pendulum. Releasing your elbows, we're going to walk back down our mat into our plank pose. So our hands come under our shoulders. We hold here. Let's drop our hips down into an up dog, looking upwards, staying on the toes. And then as you exhale, peel back into down dog, pushing away from your mat. Let's do that again. Just let the hips drop towards your mat. Hovering the hips, staying on the toes, looking up. Stretching into that lower back. And then as you exhale, peel yourself back again. Let's start to walk towards the top of our mat. And once you're there, bring your feet together. Fold over the legs. Inhale, let's come all of the way up. Bring the palms together. And once you're there, hold on to your left wrist. Take that side stretch. So just waking ourselves up slowly this morning. Coming back to center, hold the right wrist. Let's move left. And back to center again, bring your hands behind you. Let's take that fold forward. So let's inhale, squeeze the shoulders back. And exhale, fold over the legs. If you feel a little unbalanced, just take some distance in the feet. From here, let the arms go. We're going to inhale, come all of the way up. And then from here, exhale, bend at the knees, swing the arms, and it's an inhale up. Exhale, swing the arms, inhale up, bending into the knees, gathering your energy now, squeezing the glutes at the top. Long legs, long spine, exhaling down. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Finishing with the arms long and exhale to your mountain pose. So staying at the top of your mat. Let's come into a round of Surya Namaskar. So let's inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, fold down. Long spine when you're ready. Step back right foot and left foot into your plank. We lower down to our mat. We breathe into our cobra and we exhale into that down dog position. Push back, take that long breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's step forward, right foot and left foot, and fold. Inhale, rise up, palms together, and let's exhale to our heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Step back left and right and lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Holding, finding that long breath. Starting to feel that energy grow as we move through our practice. We're going to step left foot forward, follow through with the right and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale to your heart space. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold down. Long spine when you're ready. And fold. Step back right and left. Lower down to your mat. Breathe to cobra. Exhale, down dog. Push back. Maybe take that sigh out of the mouth and let it all go. Ready to step right foot forward and the left and fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach it up. Exhale, fold down. Long spine here. Exhale, fold. Stepping back left and right into your plank. Take that lower down to your mat. Let's breathe into cobra. And exhale, down dog, push back. Holding here. Taking 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Sending the gaze forward as you step left and right and fold. Inhale, let's come all of the way up. Bring the hands to the heart and close the eyes. Just feeling your own heartbeat, your energy, your inner power. Feeling strong in your practice, but feeling strong also in your life. Remember, you're in control. You're driving that car, no one else. You're deciding what path to take, where to go, where to stop, what you choose, and what you let go of. You have that control. Blinking the eyes open. Let's get ready to send the arms long and fold. Long spine here. Let's step back the right foot into a low lunge. So bring up the arms, reaching upwards. We're going to bring our hands back to our heart center and take a twist over our left knee. So left elbow is pointing up, right elbow pointing down. And maybe you want to stay just here, or maybe you want to untuck those toes and push back into that right heel. Taking that twist of the spine. frame your left foot, step it back to your plank here. And let's go side to side like we're dropping the hip towards our mat. You can also do this from your knees if you need. Keep that core pulled in, that lower back strong. 3, 2, and last one. We're going to lower down to our mat. Let's breathe into our cobra. And this time exhale into your child's pose, sitting back to the heels. We come into our down dog, push back. We're going to squeeze our right leg back. And as you inhale, draw your knee over to your left wrist. Take it over to your right wrist. And then send that leg long. This time as you inhale and draw that knee in, take it to your right wrist. Take it to your left wrist. And then send that leg long. Inhale, draw that knee in. Drop it down to your mat so your big toe goes to the left. Your knee heads to the right, and we relax that back leg into our pigeon pose. So maybe staying up, you can fold down if you want to, or if you want to challenge yourself further, kick back and hold on to that left ankle. Maybe with both hands, maybe with one hand. So lots and lots of options. You can kick back, you can stay where you are, or maybe you just want to fold down into that pose and take a few breaths here. I'm going to hold for 3 more breaths, whatever version feels good. Let's take 1 more breath. If you've come down, come back up. Frame that knee. Let's step it back to a plank. Lower down to our mat. Roll into a cobra. And exhale, down dog. Push back into those heels. Let's step, walk, jump to the top of our mat and fold. Inhale, come up, long arms. And exhale, heart. We're going to inhale again, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Long spine when you're ready. And fold. Step that left leg back, drop your knee down. We have our low lunge here. Long arms. So reaching that spine long. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let's twist over towards our right knee. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Maybe staying just as we are. Maybe pushing back into that left heel. Balancing on the toes. We're going to frame our right foot. Step it back to our plank. Ready to go side to side. Keeping that core pulled in. Making the knee option if we need it. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Start to lower down to your mat. Come to cobra. And exhale into child's pose, resting the head down. Take that sigh out of the mouth if you need it, just letting go. And then when you're ready, down dog. Make sure you're grounding the palms, feeling the weight evenly, fingers wide. Let's squeeze back that left knee. So as we inhale, slowly draw that knee in. Take it to your left wrist, over to your right. Send that leg long. This time draw that knee in to your right wrist your left wrist and send the leg long. We draw that knee in again. We drop it down to our mat. Come into that version of pigeon pose, shuffling that right leg back. Hips are grounding towards the mat. Maybe kicking back. Maybe folding forwards. You decide. If you did come down, I want you to come back up. Release that leg. Ground the hands. Step it back to your plank. Lower down to your mat and let's stay down on the ground. So draw your legs together. I want you to either make fists with your hands and bring them under your hips, or you can have your palms flat down on your mat. Arms alongside you. From here, grounding the hips, we're going to bring up the right leg and squeeze that right leg up so we can feel that engagement in the glutes. We're going to pulse that leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Before you release, squeeze it up again and then drop it down to your mat. Bring the feet back together. Can you feel the difference with each side? Let's bring up the left leg and hold. Make sure the hips have contact with the hands or the mat. And we're going to come back to that pulsing. 10, 9, 8, 7, chin stays on the ground, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pointing the toes, squeeze that leg up, and then drop it down. Bring the feet back together. We're going to bring up both legs now if it feels comfortable. So we bring up the feet, we hold the toes together, keeping the chin on the ground, engaging the glutes. Holding and squeezing. Keeping our breath long. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the legs down. Remove your hands from under your hips if they were there. Bring your feet back together and bring your arms behind your back, linking your fingers together, palms together too if you can. We start to inhale the chin, the chest, the arms and the legs. So keep the feet together, squeezing up and back into our full Shalabhasana pose. You're feeling the weight in the abdomen, the thighs, raising up the shoulders and the chest, gauging the whole of the back of the body. As you exhale, lower back down, every muscle and the whole of the body. Bring your hands under your shoulders, push up and back into your child's pose, and let's rest here, finding our long breath. When you're ready, roll forwards into your table. And we're going to drop our elbows down, bring palms together, or we can link our fingers like we just done. We're going to step it back to a forearm plank and hold. Find your long breath. Find that balance. Find that stillness. Pushing back into your heels. And then from here, we're going to take the weight onto our left elbow. Just shift up and open that arm. Balance on the left. Push the right hip up a little more in that side plank. Holding, breathing, using our core. We drop back into our forearm plank. We start to take the weight onto our right elbow. We just roll the legs and send that left arm up. Maybe looking up at that left hand. Really pull away from your yoga mat. Left hip is reaching up to the ceiling. If we don't want to look up, we keep our head in line. And then we roll with control back into that forearm plank. We come all the way back down to our mat. Lower our tummy. Send the right arm long. Left arm is your lever to roll you onto your right ear, right hip. Maybe that left leg shifts all of the way back, that lovely hip opener and shoulder opener. Holding here. Roll it slowly back to center. Bring your right hand in, left arm out to the side and roll onto that left ear, left hip, maybe shifting that right leg back. Breathing into any tightness or tension. Hands back under those shoulders, push yourself up and back into a down dog. Take that long stretch with the arms and the legs, maybe a pedal, maybe a shake of the head, a sway of the hips, whatever feels good. Start to walk to the top of the mat, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise all of the way up, hands to your heart as you exhale. So we're going to stay standing for a moment and we're going to bend into our left knee. We're going to bring that foot on top of the thigh and take that bend. So if you want to grab some support, then please take it. Once we're there, we bring our hands to our heart center. So we're delving into that squat, finding balance. It should feel good on the glutes as well, particularly if you're running or walking a lot lately. As we come up, we're going to bring that left knee in. I'm sorry, I need to turn. We're going to bring that left knee in and try not to lose your balance. And then start to send that left leg back into your warrior three. You can keep your hands at your heart. You can take them wide like you're flying, gazing down to your mat. Whatever you choose. Yes, very good. Let's come back up. And as you come up, sorry, I have to keep turning, bring your left knee in. So you're not losing your balance. Draw that knee in. And then holding onto your knee, take your knee out to the side. You can bring your right hand to your right hip. Draw that knee in, kick it out, and hold it here. Engaging all of this core area, engaging that right thigh. See if you can bring that foot up a little higher. Let's pulse for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee in and drop it down. Just take a little balance side to side and then ground that left foot into your mat. We've got the right knee to do, so we bend it in. We take hold of that foot on top of the thigh. We bend into our squat, hands to our heart. And don't worry if you feel wobbly. I feel wobbly today. Relax your shoulders. Just find your breath. Every day feels different in our practice. Delving a little deeper. And then as you come up, we're bringing that knee in, ready to take it back into our warrior 3. Maybe our arms are wide, maybe we're reaching forwards. As we kick back that leg, holding, finding balance. Very good. Excellent. Let's come up, drawing that knee in, not losing our balance. Holding on to that right knee, maybe taking it out to the side. Hand on our waist. Really good. We're really challenging our core this morning. Let's bring that knee in, kick it up, hold it here. Try not to lean back. Use your core and then pulse. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done, everyone. Let's just take a step wide with our legs, toes pointing forwards. Let's send our arms long. Reach with your right hand, drop it down your right leg and send your left arm up. So every time you exhale, just see if you can drop your right hand lower down that right leg. So you're opening all down that left side. Hips are staying forward, so we're not pushing into that left hip. We're keeping those hips neutral. Just the upper body is moving and working. Push into the outer edge of the feet to keep you stable. I'm going to hold a few more breaths, just see if the body wants to go a little deeper. Come back up. Let's reach with that left hand, drop it outer edge of that left knee. Right arm goes straight up. And we can look up at our right hand. And we just use our breath. Bearing in mind one side may well feel different, may feel tighter. Keeping the body upright like you're resting against a wall. So you're not folding forwards. You're not moving your hips, just your waist. As you exhale, maybe going a little deeper. Taking one more breath. And slowly, slowly make your way up. Bring your hands onto your hips. Just take your feet a little wider. Let's bring our hands back behind us. Squeeze the shoulders back. Inhale, and as you exhale, fold forward. Send those hands high. Let that head feel heavy. Drop your hands down to your mat, just under your shoulders. We're going to send our right hand onto our left ankle and take a twist, left arm long. Again, just the upper body is moving. Come back to center and then take left hand to the right ankle. Take that twist again. Right arm is long. Looking up towards that right hand, so you're gauging the whole of the spine, all the way into the neck. Coming back to center. Just bring your hands to your mat and walk your feet in. I'm going to take a bend into the legs so you can sit down on your mat. And from here, we're going to bring our left knee in, and it's our right knee that's going to be on top. If you need a drink of water, please take it. We're going to be here for a little while. And if this position is not comfortable, then please come to a cross-legged position. You may well need your yoga belt as well. So toes are going out, so we're not sitting one side or the other. Our glutes are on our mat. And then from here, we're going to bring our right hand back, tuck it between your shoulder blades, and take that left arm up and back to meet it. So you're holding onto your fingers, or you're grabbing your belt and using your belt. Making sure that left elbow is pointing upwards. That spine is long. And once you're there, maybe this is the position you want to stay in, or you have that option of dropping down, chin towards that knee, and delving a little deeper. If you come down and it doesn't feel good, of course you come back up. Whatever version you're in, just close your eyes. And I want you just to breathe into any tightness, particularly that right shoulder. Very slowly releasing. Just take that right arm across your body as you release and turn your head to the right. Squeezing in that shoulder, that arm. And release. Take that right leg away. Take your left hand back. And let's just push up here. Reach back and long with that right arm. Push the hips forward. Put the right toes down. Lovely long stretch. And then slowly make your way back down. So we're going to draw in our right knee first of all. So knee is pointing towards me. Left knee is balanced on top. So we shuffle those feet away. Make any adjustments. If it doesn't feel okay, we just cross our legs. Ready to do the other side. So now it's our left arm that's going to come back first. And it's our right that's going up and back to meet. Now this is going to tell you what shoulder feels tighter, where you're holding any tension. Once you're there, maybe you're staying upright, just closing the eyes. Maybe you're delving down. You decide. Now let's breathe into that tightness. Releasing that left arm, just take it across your body, give yourself a hug, turn your gaze towards the left shoulder. Turn the head back, uncross that right leg, send it long on your mat. Take your right arm just behind you, push up, let's take that lovely long stretch. Reach back with that left arm, like you're trying to grab the wall behind you. Stretching into the whole of the front of the body. And releasing back down. So we're just going to come to camel pose. We don't do this that often, so if it's not for you, then I'm going to give you an adaptation. So we are going to start on our knees. So our legs are in line with our hips. And from here, like we just did, we start to take that right arm back. Now actually I would suggest tucking your toes. It just gives you a shorter distance to get to. Maybe it's your palm, or it should be your palm, that just comes onto your heel. And if this is not okay, you can always just use your block and come onto your block. So as I say, maybe it's the heel, maybe it's the block, and the left arm just reaches back. So this is our first version. If we're using our block, maybe we just come here. We reach back. We then come back up. We do the same the other side. So we start to take that left arm back to our heel, our block, and we reach that right arm long. Really opening into our chest, our abdomen, and giving ourselves that back bend. We come back up. Now maybe you're going to do just the same thing again, or maybe you're going to come into full camel where both arms come back. We push into our chest. You can take your head back if you prefer, or I prefer my head tucked in or my chin tucked in. You push your chest forward, you squeeze your glutes. And the most important thing, if you've come into full camel, is when you come out, you sit your glute down first. You never just pull up your head. Once you've come out, you roll down into your child's pose. Let the head go, the arms go, the body go down on your mat. And you should feel that blood flowing to the upper body, into the neck, the shoulders, the chest. Last breath here. Let's roll up and come down onto our backs. Have your block to hand just next to you. So as you roll back, I want you just to have your block. Take a bend into your knees. And we're going to push up into our bridge and slide our block. Now you can decide, I'm going to go skinny side up with the skinny side down my spine. If that feels too strong today, then you're going to take your block flat and slide it under your back. Otherwise, it's the thin side of the block along your lower back and spine, if that feels good. Step your feet wide on your mat and draw your knees together. Hold here. Separate the knees and just start to draw the knees in towards the chest. You can bring your hands to your block just for that extra support. So you're balancing on your block. Maybe you're taking a little wiggle side to side, especially if your block is flat, a little easier. Drop your feet back down to the ground. Push up into your bridge. And now I want you to flatten your block if you haven't already, so it goes along your lower back. So take your block widthways. Bring it under your lower back, top of your glutes. Send your back and glutes down onto that block. And once they're there, send your legs long. Now you might need to adjust. If it doesn't feel okay, maybe you need to lower your block a little. Once your legs are long, you're going to send your arms long as well. Arms behind you. Lovely hip stretch. And then draw your right knee in. So squeeze the right knee in. And open into the left hip. Hold here. Let's change sides. Send your right leg long and let's draw in the left. Squeeze it in. Release that left side, take a bend back into both legs. Push up, remove your block, and then as you exhale, slowly lower the spine back down. From here, keep your left leg bent and send your right leg long, and let's draw a circle with the right leg. Keep the movement slow. reverse your circle. Keeping that movement slow, slowing down even more. Slow and controlled. Bring that foot back to your mat. Send your left leg long. Again, more a slow movement. You always want to go fast. Let's just slow it down. Keeping the hips in line. Just seeing if you can just move that leg and nothing else. Reverse your circle. Last circle here. And let that left foot come back down. Cactus your arms and drop the knees over to the right. Maybe turn the head to the left. Come back to center, let the knees fall over to the left, maybe turning the head to the right. Closing the eyes now. Coming back to center and finding Shavasana. So just finding that rest now. No movement, maybe that extra layer. And once you find that stillness, just closing your eyes. Lying down in Shavasana. And with your eyes closed, your body relaxed, I want you to come back to that question, what do I really want? And if you are focusing on a goal right now, how bad do you want it? Our energy goes, our focus grows. What do you really want? Just visualize it now. Remember, it's already here. Holding it in the palms of your hands. And just take a moment to thank the universe. ready, just bring your knees back into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze and a roll. And as you come back up, I want you just to grab your journal and just write that goal into your journal. Maybe it's an affirmation, it doesn't have to be a goal. The date, which is the 18th, and that goal or affirmation. And always write thank you, thank you, thank you afterwards. Once you've finished, just bring your hands to your heart.